on the Penn State bandwagon already and set to say that this is now the favorite in the Big Ten, well, they better beat someone first. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz, glad to be with you on the Toyota College Football Preview Show. Not that Michigan is what it has been or what it has been in the past, but certainly winning at the Big House an accomplishment for Penn State because the 10th-ranked Nittany Lions have not done it since 1996, and that also the last time they beat Michigan, period. 8 straight losses in the series. And with more, we bring in Spencer Tillman from Houston, as we do every single week. And Spence, we all understand that Notre Dame is not what the name says it is. So you can throw that win out the window for both these teams. So, and Michigan has no other victories, so we understand that. But Penn State, other 2 wins are over FIU and Buffalo. So this game really the first true test for them. Tell me about Anthony Morelli and his game and how it relates to what Michigan's defense has not done this season.
Well, I think Anthony Morelli really is a saving grace for Galen Hall, the offensive coordinator for Penn State. Yeah, he's not the most mobile quarterback in the world, but he's mobile enough. And when they spread you out, they don't expect him to do what the Dennis Dixon does for Oregon. What they expect him to do is to find the edges on the perimeter and find lanes and get open and use that mobility to get out of the immediate area of the tackle-to-tackle pocket. And so that's one nuance that's different than the traditional spread attack. Anthony Morelli provides them stability and flexibility. And he's got 2 young runners back there. One of them's got a little fumbling problem right now. But I think it's going to be enough offense to, if Michigan can't really go toe-to-toe scoring-wise with Penn State, it's going to be problematic for Michigan because they lack foot speed on defense.
That running back you're talking about, Austin Scott, who saw him some time on the bench against Buffalo in that game last weekend. All right, defensively, Spencer, here, which is obviously the thing that's been talked about with Michigan so much this season. The only game you can really compare the two so far in the season is against Notre Dame, and they obviously both shut out or both destroyed the Fighting Irish. But truthfully, that game really doesn't mean that much in terms of what your defense can do because Notre Dame's offense can't do anything. But here's the question with Penn State, because they are 8th in the nation in total defense. Is it who they've played, or are they that good?
No, they're sound. They really are good. I mean, and that's the good thing about looking and evaluating defensive teams. You can look at a team and see if they're fundamentally sound with respect to their tackling, if their players play assignment football on defense. All that stuff is coachable. You can look at it. Where it really gets dangerous is when you start assessing 2 inept teams offensively. Now, that's tough, because if it's a Michigan and a Notre Dame, at least the Michigan prior to last week, you see 2 teams with lack of foot speed defensively, not much happening on the offensive side of the ball, and so you're watching 2 inept teams, and they look pretty decent. But on defense, you can tell if guys are flying around. It's all about effort, assignment, and being where you're told to be.
Well, that defense that you're talking about, Penn State, they've given up -3 yards rushing to Florida International, 0 to Notre Dame, and 56 to Buffalo. So now you bring in Michigan, and the Wolverines have Michael Hart. Now, he has to be the cowbell. Again, for the second time, you've got a freshman quarterback making the start. Tell me about what Ryan Mallett will be facing in this game, because last week, again, it's Notre Dame's defense, so you throw that out the window. But now he's got that defense that you're saying is actually very good. What does this game look like for Ryan Mallett and Ryan Hart and Michael Hart?
Well, I see a lot of pressure around the line of scrimmage. I mean, first of all, if you know that the weight of this offensive attack for Michigan is going to be on the shoulders of Mike Hart, you make your quarterback beat you. And that, in order to do that, you got to bring at least 9 guys down around that tackle box. And then challenge the quarterback, the freshman, to beat you with his arm. And then hope some of your defensive backs can make a play on the ball, make him commit an interception, a turnover. That's really your best chance of success. And again, I like that strategy against a young quarterback. It's an age-old challenge and philosophy that works, and I see it having great success in this contest as well.
Spence, he didn't have to throw that much against Notre Dame. I believe only 15 passes. In this game, you expect him to throw more here just because of the fact that Penn State's defense is better. Do you expect Michigan to be able to win and maybe start saving face in this season?
You know what? I think the only way that Michigan can win this game if they keep it a low-scoring affair, and that means that they're going to have exceptional defensive play. It's almost sounds like a broken record. We've talked so much about how much they lack foot speed on defense. But if somehow Ron English can get this defensive unit to rally and play big time for this one game, I think that they can win a close affair. But if they try to get in a shooting match with an offense that's not necessarily prolific, but they're capable of scoring and hurting you, they're going to have problems, because you know what Michigan's going to do on the offensive side of the ball. They're going to slow it down and play big ball, and that's what exactly Lloyd Carr's disposition is, conservative. They want to win a 17-14 type game. But if it gets over 21, 27 points, I think that Michigan's going to be in a big-time trouble.
The one caveat in this game is that Lloyd Carr said that if Chad Henne is ready to go come Saturday, it's okay that he didn't practice all week because he's a senior and he can go without practicing. Does this change your mind if Chad Henne is the under center come Saturday?
Doesn't change my mind because, again, when a quarterback is out, it's all about timing. It's not like they had a prolific passing attack prior to Chad being in the lineup. And if that hadn't been the case prior, his return, it certainly isn't going to be any better unless something's happened overnight that we don't know about. So I don't think it matters. It really doesn't.
He and Mario Manningham playing video games to get that timing back down. All right, Spence.
That's right.
We'll see you on the College Football Today on Saturday and catch up with you this weekend.
All right, Jason. We'll see you, my friend.
All right, Michigan leads the all-time series 9-3, but here's something more important that the Nittany Lions are trying to break and what they're facing. 4 straight losses to the Wolverines when Penn State has been ranked in the top 10. Boys from State College ranked number 10. They kick it off at 3:30 p.m. Eastern this time around. And for more on this game or any other in Week 4 of the college football season, be sure to stay with CBSSports.com. For Spencer Tillman, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care.